Hey everyone, it's Minty, and in this video I'm going to be redrawing something that I created in 2020. So I had so much free time back then. I was about 13 I think, and I designed this, which is supposed to be like a high fashion model, and to this day I still really like it, and I've redrawn it I think once or twice, so I'm going to do that again today. I am going to talk about the whole process and everything, but first I just wanted to say hi. I think I'm back. I don't know for how long. I'm going to try and commit to YouTube again, but I've just had so much going on with school. I had a whole week of exams. It was very stressful, and I also was sick for a bit. So yeah, YouTube has been out of the question. I haven't touched it for 3 months. Since taking this little accidental break, I have tried to film videos, but I just didn't like them at all. Also because I haven't had time to draw in general. I feel like a lot of the drawings I've made have just not been up to scratch. Even this one. This was done about 2 months ago, and I was in this little phase where I didn't know what my art style was. I was trying to do something cartoony and a bit different. Looking back, I don't really like it that much, so in the next video my art's probably going to be completely different again, but it's nice to try some new things every so often, so I hope you don't mind that. I think that last time I was on YouTube, I asked you guys for some questions for a Q&A, and you gave me a lot, and I said I'll do it when I reach 10k, and I'm actually really close, and I have been getting some views from you guys despite not uploading, so thanks for everyone who still came back and watched my videos. But yeah, I'm going to try to put out some new content, and hopefully in about 2 videos time I can do that Q&A. I'm really excited to do it because the last one I did was really out of date, and I'm pretty sure I didn't even use my voice back then, so this one will be a lot more interesting. Okay, I think that's enough ranting for today. Now I'm going to talk about the actual drawing. As you can see, I've already done the sketch, rubbed it out, and we're on to the colouring. So we are moving pretty quickly throughout the process, but that's because I'm going to do a digital version of this at the end, and spoiler, I like that one a lot more than this. I think it just ended up as a cleaner version of this traditional one because, you know, the markers won't get muddy or anything. But yeah, I still like this one. It's okay. And as I said, I don't really like the style I was doing it in. I think it's cute, but it's just not really me. And a lot of you guys did point that out in my last video because I completely changed up my style, but I only did that once. If the comments are on this video, which sadly YouTube will probably not allow, then please let me know if you would like to see more of these fashion designs. Obviously I did this one a couple years ago, so I'm only just redrawing it. But if you want to see me actually designing them and coming up with new ideas, then let me know because it's pretty fun, and I think they end up looking really cool compared to some other designs. It just makes it a lot more interesting. I don't know if you can tell, but I still have a bit of a cold since the last video. Yes, it's lasted that long. I still have a cold right now doing this voiceover, so it probably doesn't sound too great, but I'm feeling okay, so I decided to do it. It's not as bad as the cold that I had a couple weeks ago. This was like right before exams. They're actually mock exams, but they're quite important anyway, so it was the weekend before these exams, and I was planning to do like 5 hours of revision or something each day. That was a bit ambitious anyway, but yeah, that was my plan, and I was like, I'm gonna ace these exams, like I'm gonna be an academic weapon, you know, but clearly that did not work out because I got this really high fever and everything. I literally couldn't get out of bed, and I couldn't even draw. That's how sad I was feeling. Okay, back to this drawing again. We're still colouring, and in this drawing I decided to go with the same colours. I didn't really change up that much. Obviously I don't remember the exact colours I used because I never wrote them down, but I tried to match them pretty well, or just do what I felt was best, and I think it worked out pretty good. Obviously the digital one looks better because I could properly colour match everything. Here I didn't have that much options, but they're still the pens I used back then anyway, so I think it's pretty accurate, and it definitely looks better in my opinion. A couple months ago or something like that, I started using some purple pens to shade, and I think I kind of stopped that. I can't really remember because it's been so long since drawing, but I decided to use that technique again in this one, and I got out my purple pen. It's just one of the light colours. I can't remember exactly, so if you want to ask in the comments, don't, because I don't know. But yeah, I really like that technique of the purple shading. It definitely only works on lighter colours, so obviously I can't do the hair, or if I'm doing darker skin I can't shade that with purple really. I guess I could try a darker version, but the dark purples I have are really dark, so I don't know how that would work out, but I might try if I ever decide to touch my sketchbook again, because since this video I've only done like a couple sketches. That's it. I haven't actually coloured anything, and I'm really scared my markers are going to be dried out. I don't know why they would be, but I feel like because I haven't touched them in a while they're going to be all dry. I'm really hoping they're not. For Christmas, from my grandma, I think I got a sketchbook, and it's not really a marker-proof one, so I'm just going to use it for sketches and like planning stuff out. And I have already done one page. It was like a little plan for an animatic. I might possibly show it on screen. I don't know if that's a spoiler though. Probably not, because I don't think I'll ever get around to it. But yeah, I do want to do some animation, but then that takes a while, and I think I would rather put out some drawing videos before that, so maybe if I have some extra time, I will. But yeah, speaking of Christmas, for those of you who celebrate it, what did you get? In terms of art supplies mainly, because I feel like everyone loves to know that here on the art community. I would do a haul, but this year I didn't really get that many art supplies. I just got a couple pencils and stuff. Oh, but that reminds me, for my birthday, which was a couple months ago, I got some Sharpies. I got a lot of Sharpies actually, like a lot. It's like a big pack, and I haven't got around to using them yet, which I really should, because, you know, it was a gift and I really do want to use them, but I don't know what to use them for. I was thinking of using them for my GCSE art in school because I can do like title pages and everything with them, but I would like to put some more use into them. That doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. So would you like to see like a drawing with only Sharpies video? Possibly. I feel like that could be fun, but it will also be absolutely horrendous, so if you're prepared to see a fail like that, then let me know. Okay, we're now coming to the end of this traditional piece, which is not the end of the video, remember, but yeah, I'm just doing a little background triangle thingy to fill up the space. I don't like how unevenly I drew it, but it's artistic, right? Either way, I like my choice of colour because it matches so well with the pink. Now I'm just using my white Posca for some final details, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But we're gonna move on to the digital one, which I already warned you 10 million times. I think it's better because I did trace over this one for the digital version because I can't sketch digitally. But here we go. I'm actually really proud of the little background thing that I did. I mean, I didn't draw that, guys. Don't worry, I did not draw that little landscape, but I just think it looks cool, the setup. So if you want to see digital videos as well, let me know, because I know they're a lot more popular than traditional, but I'm just not great at digital, so I don't know if you guys want to see that or not. Just, yeah, another thing to let me know. I ask you guys so many questions, and then the comments probably won't even be open, so I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, here's the digital version. I'm just doing the line art, and this is the only time where I actually enjoy line art, because when I'm doing it traditionally, I have to rub out my whole sketch, and I can actually barely see it when I do the line art. So doing it digitally, I always struggle with that word. Anyway, doing it digitally is so much easier because you can just set the sketch, or in this case the drawing underneath, to whatever opacity you want, so you can see it really clearly, and then just delete it. A lot easier, but obviously still traditional has my heart. I just think sometimes for YouTube digital works better, and I don't know if I should make the switch or not, but then I feel guilty because I'm like originally a traditional channel, so I don't want to switch, and I don't want to become a digital artist because I don't know why, I just feel like really attached to traditional. Surprisingly, the colouring was actually my least favourite part of this because it just takes so long to do a simple flat colour. The shading's okay, but this base colouring, it really annoys me because I can't even use the bucket tool because it doesn't recognize the lines in the exact same way that I want it to, and it will probably just end up filling the whole entire page or just filling like a tiny section, and even when it goes right, it's really pixelated, and I just can't deal with that, so I do it all by hand. I suppose I do that in my sketchbook anyway, but for some reason it's always quicker traditionally because I don't really worry about it being perfect, whereas on digital I can see all the mistakes very, very clearly, and it bothers me, and that's why I don't really do digital. It's not like, I feel like I could be really good at it if I practiced, but I don't practice because there's this whole pressure of me making it perfect, especially with the, what's it called, when you flip the canvas so you can see it if you're drawing symmetrical, and mine is never symmetrical, and it just makes me feel so frustrated with what I'm drawing because I'm like, oh, I have to start over, and even though no one's symmetrical anyway, so it shouldn't be that much of a problem, but yeah, it does bother me, and it really messes up my process because it makes me start again so many times, which I know I just shouldn't, but it's not that easy, so that's why to this day I still prefer traditional. Another struggle that I have with digital art is deciding on the line art size. That's a very specific thing, but yeah, I don't know whether to make it really thin, thick, or like varied in different places, all that kind of stuff, or no line art at all. I don't know what looks best, and I don't know how to decide, so I kind of just choose a random size for line art and just go at it. But yeah, I don't know what works best, and I see the artists that I really like who do digital, and usually they have thin line art or they have no line art at all. you know, like Sam does art. So I don't think he really does line art. Actually, maybe he does, and it's just really thin. So if I like all that kind of stuff, I feel like I should do it thin. But then for me, sometimes I just feel like it looks really weird on my art. So yeah, that's another struggle. It's just me being indecisive, I suppose, and I should probably just look into it a bit more and then I'll figure it out, because I haven't really bothered to try and work out what suits me better. But yeah, for now I'm just going with this medium kind of thickness. I've been complaining a lot in this video. I'm so sorry. I mean, I probably do that in all my videos, but yeah, I'm just not back into the swing of things yet. And voicing over this old video that I filmed currently is quite hard, because I can't really remember my thought process at the time, and you know, I might as well be doing a voiceover for someone else, because I do not remember this at all. At this stage, the drawing was looking all right, but as I said earlier, I was doing the purple lighting kind of thing, but this time I went a lot more in with it. Like, I fully did pinkish purple lighting all on one side, so it kind of looks like she's on a runway. Then I used a bit of a cheat. I did one of those like sparkle pens on Ibis Paint to do the sparkles, but I thought there's no point in me hand drawing them, so I just went in with them. And I don't think that is cheating. I mean, this is a whole nother debate, but personally I like doing things myself, but it just worked better this time, so I decided to do that. Somehow I still felt that my drawing was really basic and boring, so I decided to make this kind of glitchy effect, and I doubled the line art thing, and I made one of them pink, I think, pink or purple, I don't know. I just changed the colours and moved them slightly around to give, it's not really a glitch effect, it's more of just, it's just a little bit fancy, that's all. And just to finish off at a non-awkward stage, I moved her into the middle and drew a spotlight, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm glad to be back. I'll try my best not to disappear again.